back and we have the numbers of TCS trickling in. It does seem like that they've managed to miss the street estimates both in terms of top line as well as bottom line. The actual number on the bottom line has come in sub 12,400 crore. We were working with a number of around 12,500 crore, so miss coming in on the bottom line, and that's driven by the miss on the top line itself. The actual number has come in at 63,973 crores in terms of rupee revenue. We were working with a number which was closer to 64,800 crores, and that is exactly what is causing the miss on the bottom line as well, because margin otherwise has come in line with expectation. 24.4% is what we were expecting, and that is what the company has delivered on the margin front. There's a bit of a softness when it comes to the top line, and that is impacting the earnings. In fact, if you look at the earnings quality, it's other income which has gone up quite substantially. The other income has come in at 1,243 crores, and that's supporting the profit as well, because otherwise if you look at the segments, manufacturing is something clearly which has declined on a sequential basis. The consumer business has pretty much remained flat. There is a bit of a improvement or stagnation actually when it comes to the BFSI segment, because quarter on quarter, as far as rupees revenue is concerned, the BFSI segment hasn't really reported much growth on the revenue front. We'll of course wait by and get more details in terms of how the various sectors have panned out, what is the geographical breakup at this point of time of the earnings, but clearly there seems to be a bit of a miss coming in on the top line as well as bottom line. One can say it was evident with the kind of stock performance that we were seeing. Yesterday the stock was a bit iffy. Today as well, if you look at the stock performance, it was on the lower side, and that is because the company has missed expectations a bit on the revenue as well as the profitability front. The margins have come in line with expectations broadly. Of course, of late we have seen that it was Infosys that had been outperforming. TCS was on the softer side, and that's quite evident with the kind of commentary that we've been getting as well from the management, because they were not willing to call out a reversal yet. Yes, BFSI was something that was improving, but they were not willing to call out the broadness of that growth, and that is something which is reflecting in this quarter earnings as well. Last quarter, the problem was in the healthcare segment, because a couple of client-specific issues had perked up. This time around, we were not expecting that. It's a seasonally weak quarter on account of furloughs. Maybe the furloughs were higher than anticipated, and that's why we have seen a bit of a miss coming in on the top line. Of course, we'll wait by to get more management commentary, whether it was an execution challenge, because BSNL was expected to draw down a bit, moderate a bit versus what we had seen in the earlier quarters. Did it moderate more than expected, or were there some closure of some orders that had come in? All of that is something that we'll have to wait by for more management commentary on. We'll try and connect an analyst to get better sense as to what they make of the number, because it doesn't look like it's something which will make the analysts change the numbers to a whole extent. Yes, there is a bit of a miss on the top line and the bottom line, but it's not to the extent that will drive major cuts coming in as far as financials go. So we'll have to really see how it comes about, because on the margin front, the number has come in at 24.4% is what I understand, which is in line with expectations. So it's really about the geographical breakup that we'll have to see, the headcount number, the attrition, as well as how the deal making has been. That's all something that one really needs to watch out for. That's the initial sense that I have on the numbers, that overall it's a slight miss versus expectations on revenue as well as profitability. We of course do not have the dollar revenue figure yet. We don't have the constant currency number, so wouldn't want to clearly call it out, but clearly a smidge lower when it comes to the profitability, margin in line with expectations, and that's how this quarter has really panned out for TCS. It's of course the first of the IT company that reports numbers. So